Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Xiaohan, and for this video, I will be taking you guys through Haku Run, and this will be the first part of the two videos that I will be posting. And for this first video, I will be telling you guys how to effectively collect treasures from the Haku map. Now, before I start collecting treasures, right? You guys know that there are 5 treasures for Haku, and if you didn't notice this yet, right, they actually come in a very they come in a very specific order. And if you want to go for 3 stars, which obviously need 5 treasures, you have to obtain all of them along the way. And that's a very effective way to acquire them, and it's definitely possible with every week's reset of the map as tested so far. And the treasures actually come in such an order. The first area that you go to will always be an ocean memory. The second area that you go to will always be wind memory. The third area that you go will always be an flame memory. The fourth area is the sky memory, and the last area will be the soil memory. Okay, so without further ado, now let us begin, and I will explain more along the way. Okay, so the first gate will be a red gate. Do note that this gate changes every week, and after I reach the outpost, I will tell you how this can help you and how this actually is very useful, not only for like veteran Haku players, and it's also useful for newcomers as well. Okay, so this is the first area, so we are actually expecting to get what was it? Ocean memory. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we've gotten ocean memory from the first area. Now let's move on. So the next gate supposedly is a blue gate. Oh my god, this Itachis. Okay, so let's move on. The blue gate. Okay, if you guys are wondering why my English is so terrible, right? Partially because I'm not an English speaker at home. I do speak Chinese, as my family and I came from China, and I've been studying here since about 9, and yeah, it's been quite a tough process, but at least I managed to speak English now, right, which is appreciable, I suppose. And sorry if I don't actually have a sense of humor, because I'm naturally really bad at it. Okay, so you see from the chat box just now, we've got wind memory from the second map, so let's move on to the third map. And yeah, for this Haku Run, I'm using 2 Hannah Fritz with combination dagger mod and Quill's dagger, which are arguably the most effective weapons to deal with Haku currently. I'm not really sure if they will actually release better weapons for Haku, but yeah, we just have to deal with it using these weapons now. And for my booster, I'm using a Jet XL booster, which allows me to go around places much faster and travel across even places with wide gaps apart, because yeah, this booster is generally really good for Haku, and I advise you guys to really try it out if you want to collect treasures fast and get to the outpost in a shorter time. The bots that are actually good for Haku, right, you can either use land or use air. Air mainly because they get around places easier, and they can use melee weapons such as combination daggers and close daggers as well, which can be as effective as a land if you tune strength on them. Okay, so oh yeah, sorry for not explaining. The third area that we went to just now, we got a flame memory, and currently we are in the 4th area, and we got a sky memory. So let's move on. Okay, sorry about the explanation part, I just messed that up. Okay, and this will also be my first time recording, so hopefully you guys can give me feedbacks on like how crappy my voice is, and I don't want to listen to you talking all the time, and maybe should just focus on the game. I don't know, but any feedback is welcome, and hopefully you guys like it or something. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so for the 5th area just now, we have gotten the soy memory. And okay, so as you see from the chat box, right, the first treasure that we got was ocean memory, followed by wind memory, followed by flame memory, followed by sky memory, and lastly we got the soil memory. Okay, so what does that signify? That actually means that, right, if you actually start a Haku Run and you go to, for example, any gate, maybe blue gate, and if you manage to actually find the ocean memory from that first blue gate that you enter, that means that the first area you enter, there is an ocean memory in that treasure. That means that your first route is correct. This can really help you to sort of like know your route, and you can actually find your own route if you can actually acquire treasure in this order. And so along the way, right, if you actually find a map, if you actually find a route that doesn't give you any treasure, or gives it to you in the wrong order, then likely that route will be wrong. So what I mean is that you can try various routes, and you know that you will be on the correct track where you get the treasures in such an order, which is ocean, wind, flame, sky, and soil. Yeah, it always comes in this order. And hopefully you guys can learn something from this video. And yeah, and I will now be going to part 2, which will be the various ways that you can deal with the Haku forms more effectively. So thank you guys.